In June 1943, the Soviet Union has brought reinforcements to Murmansk. This means they will be further weakening the southern front, which means that the Allied incursions are going to proceed towards Moscow, but apparently holding us off in the north is more valuable to them than these operations. So, given that we have no supply in the north, we have to fall back to a defensive position. And I think I put it one too far. Yeah, there we go. That's better. And we will re-establish a front line and just go into the defensive for now and bide our time. Maybe we can bring in some air support for future operations if it becomes available. In the south, the Germans have been pushed back towards the Königsberg line, so I'm now sending the regular troops from the 4th Army in to assist with the defense here. And we keep the aerial attacks against the Allied fleet position in Öland until hopefully at some point we can take out this particular area. But it looks like the naval invasion in Poland here has been stopped as well. So Germany has been very much divided up and fractured, and the Polish Republic is pushing further into the east. The biggest problem right now is the arrival of American divisions, so offensive operations will have to stop, but we are now holding a relatively well-defended line. We are constructing fortifications where necessary, and we'll have to hold out a bit for now until we can potentially launch another offensive in the north. We'll see against Murmansk, but given that Soviet tanks are now showing up on the front lines here, this is not something we can do without supply, so we may have to also wait for the supply hub to be at some point constructed, which is going to take forever, unfortunately. So, for now, the northern front is going to halt. One of my bigger questions is, why are we not having resources? Okay, infrastructure damage in the north here. This is something we need to deal with. So Onega infrastructure needs to please be repaired. That is quite important because we need that steel. We are getting there in terms of production efficiency on the armored trains. We're almost at the point where we have sufficient trains to run our things, and we are getting back to the point where we are producing artillery, and we're even starting to produce some AA again. So material is flowing in, support equipment not yet, which is very, very, very slowly, and obviously no mechanized equipment or anything else. We were trying to build up some basic infantry equipment for garrison duties, but we don't have the steel for it at this point. Which leaves the interesting question, where are we going to get that steel from? So we can try to push. We were trying to take some resources out of the Murmansk area. The problem is the Soviets are defending it viciously. There is, however, a fair amount of steel in this region as well. Now, we don't necessarily want to control that region. The question is, how large is it? So it's this region, is it? Yeah, it's this area, which means the Polish are already controlling parts of it, which means we're probably not going to get anything out of that. And yeah, there's a little bit of aluminium here. There's more steel in Poland, which we're never going to get to, at least not easily. The other alternative is to attempt and launch an assault on Sweden and prioritize that over Murmansk. So that's another alternative. The question is, where are the supply lines? If we can take this port, then we would be able to supply operations in northern Sweden, and that is a resource-rich area. So maybe that is something that we'll just have to prioritize. Now, I don't think we can actually declare war on Sweden. We could just justify a war goal. It's going to take 35 days. We don't even need to. It's going to be faster than using the focus. Now we are going to need to get this focus anyway. However, because if we want to get to unite the Finnic identity, then we need these two focuses. Anyway, we're already at war with the Soviets, so this is just bureaucracy. But this one we could do. Now, I don't want to move off the construction engineering, because that gives us especially that gives us 20% construction speed on fortifications, which is something that we're building at the moment quite a bit. Resistance suppression might be good. Because one problem that we'll be having going forward is the lack of compliance. So in the occupied territories, we need a 60% compliance, and we're nowhere near that. So this is going to be a bit of an issue. Obviously, not having the garrisons isn't helping, which is why we're running on military governor for now. But I've got a research slot available. I was planning to get some mountain infantry going, but I think most of for the assaults on Norway here. But we might be able to take some territory here. Maybe we will cut down. Maybe we'll just cut down the front line in the north. Ignore the north for now and try to take the Swedish territories here. So in that regard, I am going to go for, this is a little ahead of time, but this will give us 5% soft attack on all infantry, which is good. This would give us 10% night attack at night, which is probably better right now. So let's get that researched. We do have a couple of close air support wings that are completely worn down. I think we will seize the port strikes from the close air support wings, because they have no planes left. So let's merge these two air wings. Actually, let's merge these 3 air wings. That's close air support, that's close air support. Why can't I merge these? Not sure. But we'll send them up for training and let them recover for now. But we've still got the fighter wing up here, and the naval bombers are operating, although they are running a little low on planes as well. But yeah, the close air support wings have just been shot down by Spitfires. There's still a fair amount of Spitfires, and we're just losing a lot of planes. So yeah, too many planes lost, unfortunately, and especially in air battles, the multi-role support planes are not as good as they could be. I really don't know why these Italian divisions are sitting around here. They could be extremely useful elsewhere, but for now we'll just let them sit there. So I am thinking, given that the Soviets have significantly reinforced the north, that I am going to abandon the front line there, and we will try a push into Sweden as an alternative solution to our resource problem, because I don't see this happening, and we have better supply conditions in this area, even though we're not able to sea transport across the Baltics, obviously. So let us delete these lines here. We'll just delete the front lines here, and we will draw a new line. We will get a slight front line going here for an assault into Sweden, and we will deputize maybe 6 divisions onto that. And your goal is to capture a defensible line here. Okay, 6 divisions go, and we will get a defense line going along the supply area. Really, I would love to hold these fortifications if possible, But let's check how much supply we actually have. So I think this is out of supply reach. So I think we can hold this line maybe. So let's include some of the fortifications, and this should be reasonably well supplied, or reasonably possible to be supplied. So the railway gun is going to move over here to support the assault, and everybody else from the battered and bruised Third Army that isn't on this line is going to be, so these divisions are going to go to this fallback line. So everybody here needs to get back to that fallback line. So I need all of you to fall back in an orderly manner, and make sure you're not getting yourself encircled. And you as well, and you two fall back here. Okay, everybody else will fall back, and then we'll try to launch an offensive operation against Sweden. I'm just going to get the divisions into place first, and then we can justify. Actually, I might as well justify that already. We might have the element of surprise if we're doing it through the focus, however. I might do it through the focus, because that means we're not justifying a war goal, which means Sweden is not going to know that we're coming. So we'll see. We'll see if they put any troops on the border here, any divisions on the border. But right now we'll need to make sure that these divisions get out here. Fall back, you fall back, you fall back as well. Yeah, we're not holding here. Not against these significant Soviet reinforcements. They really like Murmansk. They're happy to give up their capital to the Allies, just to hold against me in the north. They hate us this much. Okay. Yep, we are starting to see some ships being. Where are we going? Well, still in the 80s and 90s, but some of them are quite damaged already. We might see the first ships sunk sooner or later. And right now we just need to make sure that these divisions are getting safely out of this pocket here, and that they are not they're not getting encircled. I am gonna leave one division here temporarily, just to hold this position, to make sure that they're not getting caught off. And same here, one division here. Okay. So just making sure that they're holding the line for the other divisions to safely retreat to, and that they're not getting cut off. So these divisions need to get out of there. You fall back as well. Fall back. Yeah, everyone here, fall back, please. Across the river line, these divisions need to get out of there. And these divisions are falling back as well. They are okay, the Swedes have some troops on the border, so they might be aware that we're coming. Do we have... How is the supply situation here? It's not great, but could be worse. We'll hold here for now against the Soviet attacks. Let's let them come. But okay, you need to hold here for a minute while this division is falling back. So you just hold this position for now. We need to get everybody concentrated here to make sure that they're not getting wiped out. And everybody needs to fall back, and then we will perform a controlled retreat, hopefully. This is taking a while. It's taking them a while to get there. Okay, come on, retreat across the border, across the river, if possible. And help defend that line, please. We should be still okay. The railway guns are moving off, but we're getting more divisions south here now. Please retreat here. Okay, we can remove that line. Please retreat here. You are moving in, okay. And we just need to make sure they're not getting cut off. That's the important part. But yeah, against this Soviet onslaught, there's absolutely no way that we were going to do anything. So, come on, fall back. We got 2 divisions coming across the river. I hope they're in time before the Soviets are moving in. We might have to do a pinning attack if necessary. I'm going to get 1 more division north. Just to help defend here. And I'm going to get you to counterattack, which is unfortunate. I don't want to. But I have to prevent them from cutting us off in Kandalska. And I really need these divisions to fall back now because, okay, we've got reinforcements here. No, you stay. Everybody retreat. I need to cover the retreat here. And make sure that, okay, I think we're good. Make sure that we are not, we're not losing these divisions, that they're not being cut off. These divisions are taking their sweet time to get here. 1 division entrenching. This division still needs to fall back, and then okay, they're starting to assault us along the lines here. We do have to make sure we're not getting cut off, honestly. That would be great. And there's another naval. Oh, really? In Riga? Haven't been paying attention. Another naval invasion. Get me 2 first. Get me 2 assault divisions from the First Army. And because this is going to be a problem in terms of. So just move there by railroad. That's going to be a problem in terms of supply lines, isn't it? No, we're actually still. The lines are connected. So this line is having some redundancy here. Okay. So they are trying to take the port. That's a Danish division that's trying to land here. But we'll move some divisions in. And how does it look in the north? Fall back, please. Please fall back. If possible, before we are getting cut off here. We should be able to defend ourselves behind the river line here. But significant Soviet reinforcements. I really don't understand that they would weaken their lines this much just for ideological reasons. We are, however, holding the Königsberg line. So these divisions are coming in, and once they have regained their organization, then we will be able to push them back. Can we get you please to fall back now? And then we can. Okay, Iraq has capitulated, so the Brits have. No, the Allies. France actually has taken over the Middle East pretty much. More damage to enemy ships. Nice, quite a bit of damage here. 2 divisions getting ready to defeat that 1 Danish division. Okay, they just need their organization back. And general retreat in the north, really. It almost worked. We were at the line. It's an eerie repeat of the German experience in Stalingrad. We were at the city limits of Murmansk, but it just wasn't meant to. It just wasn't meant to be. Okay, come on. These divisions need to fall back. These divisions need to fall back, and then once we're on the line here, we'll dig in for now. And anything sunk? Nope. How's the south looking? Defending successfully so far. This division can already begin the attack on and wipe out this Danish division here. It's encircled, so it doesn't have anywhere to go. And that I'm going to ignore for now. Still trying to get the divisions out from the north here. And we are starting to, I'm just making sure the Soviets don't cut us off here. We're starting to move into position to against Sweden. But again, without supply, this is not going to be easy. I've got some divisions coming in from the south. And how is that looking? Oh, we've got an We've got more divisions landing in the north here. Let's see if we can push them back out again. No. I think we're just holding the port, but that's okay. We're getting reinforcements in. And they will be able to destroy that. What are we fighting? Dutch divisions. I'm surprised. They still have divisions, honestly. And nothing sunk. How are my divisions doing in the north? They're still trying to get out of the lines here. We're almost at the point where we can evacuate Kandalaksha. I'll try to pronounce it properly. And then we can close off this front line here, get back into more supplied positions, and I think we're safe now here. We've got some divisions moving into place. This division goes onto the front line here. Everyone else is moving into place. And I just need these divisions here to get out. Then we can... Yep, okay, so we've gotten out from here. Close that off. Get everybody else on the lines here. And how is that little naval invasion happening? Okay, once these two divisions are coming in, then that'll be that. Still nothing sunk. And I am thinking that we should be able to surprise the Swedes here. Probably. The bigger problem is, well, this province has a border with the Soviets, so they can counterattack us here, which is, I would love to leave some Sweden here, some defense lines here against Soviet forces to make sure that they're not coming around. Okay, everyone's moving back now. So we can also delete this line. No, everybody move back, please, onto your defensive lines. And you as well, you just hold that for now while everyone's moving out. And then that's done. Okay, we have wiped these out, so these divisions can go back onto their line in Königsberg. That's been dealt with, that naval invasion. And we move these divisions back out. Sheesh. That was a... Okay, fall back. That was a... You just hold this position south of Kandalaksha. We do not want to hold that. We're just falling back towards defensive lines at this point. We've got 100 political power, so once again, where are we losing war support? Enemy bombing again. So let's counter that. And get these divisions out while we're holding here. Once they have retreated, then we will evacuate this position as well. We really, we're really struggling with supply here in these lines, and for obvious reasons we can't do any kind of naval invasions because, well, because of the allied positions here. And while we are doing, what's it looking like? That battleship is a bit... Oh, we haven't sunk anything yet, but we're getting there. Okay, radio detection is done. I'm going to keep researching the radar techs because that'll improve my airstrike positioning quite a bit here. Okay, I think we are now... this division is falling back. Okay, so now we can evacuate this line. Everybody get back to the front lines. And I think right now it's a good time to begin the Unite the Sami approach. So another attempt at taking over some resources, and we will try to invade Sweden, and we'll bring some... I might actually bring the first up, but I'm not sure how. They're undersupplied too much. I'll leave them on defense here, and it's gonna have to come down to Third Army, unfortunately, who is really struggling supply-wise in the north here. This should be capable of supplying it. It could be that we're just not having enough trains again at this stage. We are... I'm going to upgrade the railway lines here as well. We're almost done with the fortifications, and I think that's a good point. We need to double check if we need to fortify anywhere else. It looks like... Yeah, it looks like the front line is holding still. I'm not sure if the Germans have actually managed to push back, but I think we're holding here against incessant attacks. And I'm going to let that run because I'm not going to lose a lot of men, and I am actually going to gain some equipment out of these. We're holding the line here now. Soviets have retaken the north. 6 divisions in place against the Swedes. No idea if they're going to be able to push through. But we will see. We will see what we can make happen. And it looks like they have resumed the aerial assault. What are we facing? Just fighters, actually. They can be here. We're not actually operating over this territory. So why are we operating over this territory? I don't think we are. No, we're operating over the Baltics. What are you talking about? Everyone is operating over the Baltics. Okay. Anyway, we've got some AA now, so hopefully the amount of trains being bombed out is not going to be as bad anymore going forward. Okay, everything here is holding. We have performed an organized retreat, and once the Unite This Army focus is done, then we are. I'm going to park it here. Then we can begin operations into Sweden, and we'll see if we can make any headway there. There are some Soviet divisions here in the northern lines, unfortunately, but we can always trade back some territory here if necessary. We've got 26 steel operating here again. One thing I wanted to check if there is... Oh, this is something we need to do. We can get some steel out of this. I wasn't aware that we were not having that completely upgraded. So that is definitely something we need to do. Anywhere else? This is already maxed. This is maxed. Anywhere else we're getting resources. This is maxed out. This is not going to do anything. It's just 4 steel. And everything else is already maxed out infrastructure-wise. Yeah, but that is going to give us 9 extra steel. That's going to be valuable, super valuable for us. Because steel is one thing that we're really, really short at. And that is really hampering our production. So right now... yeah, we're running production at reduced speed. So... what's our production efficiency? 90%. Okay. And we've got another ace pilot. How's our aerial operation looking? And I think we have to stop aerial operations now. We've taken too many losses. So let's seize the... they are no longer effective. So let's seize the air operations and just do training exercises while we are replenishing our air wings. Unfortunately, that means that the ships, and that's why, because we're now starting to see American ships here as well. Yeah, we're starting to see American ships here. So they will start repairing, unfortunately. But that is just too much AA on the shipping side that we can't really do anything about. So, yeah, organized. What's our supply situation? Infantry equipment is getting there. And very slowly, support equipment is still a problem. So, but yeah, it's actually trickling in slowly. It's starting to slowly trickle in. So hopefully we will get most of our things sorted. We'll have to replenish our equipment situation. Another naval invasion in Tallinn this time. That means that someone is going to land there, which means I am already going to need... I am already going to have to, again, take 2 divisions here and assign them to a line in Tallinn, because I do not want them to take Tallinn. I don't think they can, but you never know. It's going to be an absolute pain to retake. So let's move them in Let's move them in via trains, please. While we are holding on. Are they moving by train? No, they're not moving by train. Okay, please take the trains. Yes, because they are landing near Tallinn, and I want you to get there quickly. I might actually need the whole first here, to be honest. Yeah, let's get the whole first. Let's get the whole first up north, and please retake this territory, including that. Yeah. And please make your way up there on the quick before these divisions are falling. What's this now? More naval invasions? Yes, more naval invasions happening all along the lines here. Okay, we might need... That's why they can't move. We might need to actually defend this here first. We get this one there. You people! Can you be useful? Make your way over there. What are we facing? Danish divisions. And let's move. You please take the trains if possible. And you help. Where are we fighting here? This is a German division that needs to hold. Okay. I think we'll leave it here for today. I will deal with that in the next episode. Once more naval invasions, and we will start potentially invading Sweden. That's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.